So before we get into today's subject matter, I want to let you all know this morning while I was on my morning run, I was actually attacked by a bat. So now I am officially going to be known as Batman. That is a true story. I had to call an ambulance and the ambos couldn't stop laughing because I'd never heard anything like someone getting attacked by a bat. As I was running, the bat literally just jumped on my face and it got its claws trying to get into my head. But my reflexes are pretty fast and made sure that the damn thing didn't stay on my head too long. And it really annoyed the hell out of me and really destroyed my Tuesday morning because I had to go to the emergency room after that, and they're going to be giving me a rabies injection just to be sure. Like, it is kind of wild, isn't it? Like how things can change so quickly, and you're on a run 1 minute, and then all of a sudden you're being attacked by bats the next minute. So it's crazy, crazy times indeed. So don't worry, guys, I'm okay. Just want to let you all know of that funny, somewhat story because I have all kinds of crazy things happen to me when I'm out on my morning run. All I wanted to do this morning was do my 11Ks. That's all I planned to do. And lo and behold, the damn bat thought otherwise. And by the way, I am usually dodging those damn bats pretty much most mornings when I'm out for a run. And they usually swoop you. They usually pee. And I'm dodging that. But this morning, one of the bastards decided, you know what? I'm going to try and attack Jay. And that was something else. Did not expect him to go on my head. Freaked me the heck out. Anyway, just thought I'd tell you all that story. But today we're going to be looking at Avi Yemini confronting a woke hairdresser who decided to ban an Israeli customer or an Israeli client. And this has sparked backlash, quite immense backlash, I should say, from the Israeli community in Melbourne. And there were counter protests at the hair salon. And this woman, albeit she's very brash, she seemed to think that her business is going to be fine. She is a rabid anti-Semite. Like, this is actually anti-Semitism in all its forms, is it not? To bar or kick out someone because they are actually Israeli and you happen to be progressive or you happen to be pro-Palestine and all that sort of other nonsense. See, what we're getting a lot these days are people that want to join a particular cause, but that cause is one of actual hate. And then they end up treating good people with a level of unkindness and disrespect. Quite absurd to me, isn't it? Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the Avi Yemini clip. If you want to see it, you can definitely go and watch it on his channel. But what I'll do is I'll read out what actually took place. So, a hair salon in Bentley, Victoria, is facing scrutiny after its owner allegedly rejected a client because he was Israeli. Last Monday, a man attended Juniper Salon for a scheduled appointment. After hearing his foreign accent, the owner, Katrina Ann Smith, who goes by Trina, asked where he was from. When he replied, Israel, Smith allegedly called him a genocidal baby killer and ordered him to leave. How about that, man? So this woman, Trina, decided, now I understand you are a business owner, you have a right to refuse service to whoever you want, but seriously, to be that hateful and that spiteful over someone that isn't a baby killer, that is despicable behavior. Like, honestly, who the hell do you think you are, woman? Granted, it's your business, but woman, you did the wrong thing. That is evidently clear right now. Lots of people, they did a counter protest yesterday at 5 p.m. and the people that were there at the protest were not happy, evidently. Like, why in the world? I understand. Yes, it's your business. You have a right to refuse service to anyone. But when it comes to servicing people properly, I can understand you refusing service to someone who is very unruly and getting agitated and yelling and screaming at you and swearing at you and getting violent. But for someone being Israeli, no, that is actually anti-Semitic, if you ask me. It's like, I know you are from Israel, so therefore, because I hate Israel, I'm going to refuse my service to you because you are Israeli. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because I think you're doing something wrong being Israeli. In my eyes, you are the bad person. And then calling him a genocidal baby killer, that goes to the extreme end, right? The customer who spoke to Rebel News confirmed he intends to take legal action. Penalties for breaches of anti-discrimination law can exceed $100,000 in fines, and tribunals can order offenders to undergo anti-discrimination training. Now, because she's a progressive, woke dingbat, we would call it in today's vocabulary, or if you're part of the story box, you know what I'm talking about, woke dingbat. Because she's part of that, who knows what's going to happen? Now, if this had been the other way around, say an Israeli owner refusing service to a Palestinian individual that supports Islam and terror and all that sort of other stuff, you could actually potentially see a very different side. But because it's Israeli getting refused service from someone that is pro-Palestinian in Australia and it's Victoria, who knows what the courts are going to actually do. So when Rebel News attended the salon later in the week to question Smith directly, she confirmed the incident had occurred and openly justified her actions. What would her justifications be? Some of you may be wondering. It's my right to refuse whoever I want, especially if they are a genocidal baby killer. That's my personal opinion, right? She admitted to expelling the man because he was Israeli, insisting that her conduct did not breach any anti-discrimination laws because, in her view, Israel is not a race. Well, that's funny. Why in the world are we saying that Islamophobia exists? Because Islam is not a race. It's a religion. Death cult at that too. But somehow, well, Israel is it's a group of people. Like, it's the nation of Israel, okay? Oh my goodness. Under Australia's Racial Discrimination Act and Equal Opportunity Act, protections extended beyond race to include both nationality and ethnic origin. So seems like she needs to do a little bit more digging into the Anti-Discrimination Act and Equal Opportunities Act, et cetera, because it may lead her in a bit of trouble. Smith's position also contrasts sharply with her public statements. So Juniper Salon, all the hate in the world is sold to you. All the love in the world is free. Well, you really showed a great deal of love to an Israeli person, didn't you? On Instagram, she has posted slogans such as the one that I mentioned a moment ago and urged followers to repost if trans people are welcome and safe with you. Yep. Progressive for sure, man. Her business website also promotes progressive causes and lectures clients on tolerance during the bookings process. Now, I don't know about you, but if you are the Israeli man wanting to book an appointment and you saw the trans stuff and everything else, I don't know, maybe this woman's, Trina's salon, has a pretty decent reputation on Google reviews. I don't know if the Israeli man knew of her before or she's seen her. I don't know anything about it, but seems like she's just too progressive to include that Israeli man. She seems to include more trans radicalization stuff than the likes of an actual man from Israel. Yet an Israeli client was refused service out of open prejudice. A long-time customer who was having her hair cut during the confrontation said she was stunned by the owner's behavior. She told Rebel News she had been going to the salon for years, but would not feel comfortable returning. Ouch. This is like the woman's livelihood. Did you not think, oh, my livelihood versus my progressive activism? What's more important, especially in today's economy? Think about it. She also said she used to consider herself left-wing until the October 7th Hamas attacks and the reaction that followed when she saw her inside turn into exactly what had always been preached against. Police attended the salon during the exchange. While the customer waited outside, he said he is now determined to ensure that no one, Israeli or otherwise, has to go through what he experienced. Damn all right. The incident highlights a growing concern that public declarations of inclusivity and tolerance are increasingly undermined by selective hostility, leaving Australians to ask whether equality applies to everyone or everyone except Jews. That's the way it would seem, right? Like, I'm going to be happy to accept everyone except if you are Israeli, or if you are against transness, I don't need to accept you. Or if you are not pro-Palestinian or whatever else, I'm going to reject you. I'm not going to include you. So the side of so-called tolerance and acceptance and everything else is actually the side of, well, hate. Real hate, as it would seem. Anyway, I hope that justice prevails, whatever that would allude to. I think one will wait to see what actually happens in the not too distant future, right? But good on Avi Yemini for confronting. If you haven't seen the video, do yourself a favor, watch the video, because, yeah, it is quite shocking at the owner's behavior, especially after being confronted. Like, just why can't people get along and not be so, well, exclusive, right? It's the way it goes nowadays, unfortunately, especially with the amount of hate and being lied to by the mainstream media, or even on social media for that fact. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.